Today is Laetare Sunday, and the church asks us priests to wear the rose-colored vestments, these pink-colored, rose-colored vestments. Laetare means rejoice. This is to be a Sunday of rejoicing because Easter is drawing near. Although it seems like, how can we be rejoicing in days like these with so much happening in the world? These are unprecedented days, and many of us are certainly not feeling like rejoicing. But yet, that is what we are asked to do by the church. We are asked to rejoice because we know that God is among us and that God can conquer all things. The last time the rose-colored vestments were worn in the church was the third Sunday of Advent, just before Christmas. And we remember that the story of Christmas, of the Incarnation, is what? Emmanuel, God is with us. And that's what we place our hope. This is what I think God is wanting to tell me, certainly today. We are living in a very interesting time, and we are in the context of Lent. Lent is a time of sacrifice. It is a time of conversion. It is a time of increased mercy. We are being forced to live a very deep and profound Lent. Fasting. We are having to fast literally from Mass, from the Eucharist. Offer that up. Let that be a sacrifice given to God. We oftentimes as Christians offer up the things that we don't like to God. I have a headache, I offer it up. I have to work, I offer it up. Let's offer this up to God too. Offer up something that we truly love, that we truly miss. But we say, Lord, I'm going to offer this suffering up to you. Exactly. That is what Christ did on the cross. He offered up his suffering to the Father for the redemption of the world. Let us use this Lent to grow in our conversion, to grow in our relationship with God. And let's be honest. If I'm honest with myself, living here in this country my whole life, I really haven't had to sacrifice much of anything. I've never really had to do without much. Okay. Is my trust and my security really in God? Is God really my hope? Is God really the source of my salvation? Then this momentary, this temporary separation from God in Mass, let it be a reminder that we never want to be separated from God again. I want to be with God forever in heaven. So let's enter into this Lent. Let's enter in. And let it be a time of increased prayer and conversion. So we can attend Mass, so let's pray. Let's enter into a spirit of prayer this Lent and to increase our mercy. Prayer, fasting, mercy. Spread mercy. The reading from St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, which was our second reading today, really beautiful. This letter was written by St. Paul to a more Gentile community that became Christian, meaning they weren't Jews, so they weren't part of the people of Israel. But now they are God's people through baptism. So once they had no relationship to God's people, but now they're part of God's people. And here's what St. Paul says. He says, you were once in darkness, but now you are in the light of the Lord. You were once no people, but now you are God's people. You are strangers no longer, but now you are citizens, are the words that he says. So he says, live as children of the light. For light produces every kind of goodness and righteousness and truth. Take no part in the fruitless works of darkness. So that's us. This is an opportunity for us to live in the light and to really extend the mercy and goodness of God to others. Two quick stories of this. My sister-in-law, was with them recently, shared a story with me. They were in a grocery store not too long ago when there was still toilet paper, but it was all being bought and purchased. And there was a woman with a cart full of toilet paper, and an older woman seeking toilet paper came and said to her, this was witnessed by my family, all I need is a packet of 4. May I please buy one of your packets of 4? No, these are mine. Get your own. That's the opposite of Christianity. It's the opposite of what we want to do. I get you want to take care of your family, but that's not it. I was in Fred Meyer the other day in the morning, and I had to pick up a couple of real small things. And you know those self-checkout aisles? I was standing in line at the self-checkout aisle, and a young woman said to me, "Here, feel free to come in front of me. You don't have very much." Okay. And then I said, "How are you doing this morning?" She says, "I'm doing well. I'm here buying apple fritters." Really? It's kind of an odd thing just to say. I didn't say that to her, but in my mind. She says, "My neighbor is about 90, and he eats an apple fritter every day. And I told him, it's probably not good that you're going out. I'll get apple fritters for you." Beautiful. This young woman paying attention to her neighbor, helping out. It's a small thing, but Lent is about that. This increase in mercy, caring about my neighbor, growing in faith, growing in relationship with God, growing in conversion, offering sacrifice, and an increase in mercy. We are in certainly interesting days. Let us keep one another in prayer. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I'll do the best that I can. Let's enter into these last days of Lent in a very profound way. I think God is trying to do something in our world. I think he's wanting to wake me up. He's wanting to wake me up to a greater relationship with him and with my neighbor. I hope I'm listening.